I'm going to show you how to import your GitHub project already. This is all assuming you've already signed up for GitHub and you have a GitHub repository with code that you want to start adding to. First, we're going to go to Tools, Options, we'll go down here to Source Control. Let's change this to Microsoft Git Provider. Okay, there. The next thing we want to do is go to Tools and then Library Package Manager and do Package Manager Console. It's initializing. Once you have this PM prompt there, grab this line here that I'll include in the comments. I'll explain what that is in just a second. Alright, so the first part is telling it to git and then telling it to execute the git command and clone the project, and this is going to be the URL of your GitHub repository, and then the next part is the location of your project that you're working with. That directory does not actually have to exist. You can let it create it for you. Typically, your projects are in Documents, Visual Studio, Projects, and I don't have any projects right now. And so I'm going to leave that open, and I'll go down here, and I'll hit Enter to execute that command. Get a bunch of red stuff that looks like errors. It probably is errors, but it seems to do the trick, so I'm not worried about it. If you go back to your projects folder, you see it created that folder. It brought in the code that was on the repository, and so now there are two ways to go about this. This is where the video kind of like will fork. So you can either do a new project or you can open an existing project. If the project has already been uploaded to the GitHub repository, I would say do open project, browse to that folder, find the solution file and open it that way. That's what we're going to do in a second. But if you don't have a project already up there, you can do new project and then select the type of project and then browse to the folder that we just created, and you select folder and you name it what you'd like and all that stuff, and then hit OK and go through that process, and then everything else should be pretty much the same as what I'm about to show when we open the existing project. Since I've already got the Visual Studio project already up on the GitHub repository, I'm doing open, and I'm going to select the solution file, hit open, open it up. Second. Okay. Solution. See, our Solution Explorer found all the files. From here, you can open up one and you can see all the stuff in there. You can make a change. Just take out the my, maybe. Just make a small change. Okay, and then you see it's got a red mark next to it. It means that you have changes that have not been saved or committed. You can right click on it and go down to commit. And it says, okay, you've got included changes, all that stuff. Make a little comment. And then once you've got that done, oh wait, I'm sorry. We have to go in and configure. We got to put in our username. I'm sorry, I jumped ahead. And then put in the email address. And update. Okay, now once we we have our configuration in there. Then we can commit our changes. Saved our little comment from before. Commit. It's asking do we want to save changes. Probably should have hit save before we commit it, but either way, it does the same thing. Now that it's done, it says it's been committed locally, but it hasn't been put up on the GitHub repository. So you probably want to go ahead and like make a bunch of different changes, commit them all locally, and then well, you could probably commit them all at the same time after you made all the changes. But you probably should wait until you have a bunch of things and you're ready to move over to the online repository. So once you're ready, just hit sync, and then you see you got new changes here on the outgoing, so you can hit push, and it'll ask you for your login credentials. It won't ask you if you have it remember. I know that's kind of a no-brainer. Okay, so now it's up there, and let's see. I'm gonna go. Oh, spelled it wrong. You can see new commits, changed about page right there, and it shows that we took out the my. That's not required. I was just showing it on there, and I think that's it. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna make a change somewhere else, and then I'll show the diff function. Alright, so I made some changes on another computer so that we can see. I'm going to hit sync, and see, I think it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Hold on a minute. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so this shows you the different ones. Can do compare with previous. There you go, and it does a side by side. So in the history, which I got to from the Solution Explorer, I did view history, came up with this. This is the Git history here, and you can see all the different changes. Of course, they all have my name, but they would have different names for who did what. And then you can right click and do compare with previous, and it does a side-by-side comparison with what the current and what the previous is, and it'll highlight the lines. Alright, that's all I got. I hope that helps somebody somewhere. It took me several hours to figure out how to get it installed and working in Visual Studio 2012, so hopefully it doesn't take you that long. Alright, that's it.